Hello everyone and welcome to SEO's channel. I'm Sai Spandana and today we're going to be talking about a recent Supreme Court decision which rejected a plea seeking 100% vote verification through VVPATs. What is the case about? What did the Supreme Court say and why? Let's dig in. The Voter Verified Paper Audit Trail or VVPAT is an independent vote verification system introduced in 2013. Its purpose was to ensure electoral transparency. Here's how it works. A VVPAT machine is connected to an electronic voting machine or an EVM. It generates a paper slip containing three things. Firstly, a serial number, second, the name of the candidate, and third, their political party symbols. After a vote is cast, the voter gets to view the slip for 7 seconds on the VVPAT to verify that the vote was cast correctly. After this, the paper slip is dropped into a sealed box. These sealed boxes can be opened and used to tally votes in case of any dispute. Currently, the VVPAT verification is mandatory in only 5 randomly selected polling stations in a constituency. But in March 2023, the Association for Democratic Reforms, the lead petitioner in this case, filed a public interest litigation. They sought to enhance the system. They argued that every voter has the fundamental right to verify that their vote was cast correctly. Just days before the commencement of the 2024 general elections, a division bench of the Supreme Court comprising Justices Sanjeev Khanna and Dipankar Datta heard the petition. For several months before, the court had adjourned the matter, ultimately hearing it just 3 days before phase 1 of the voting was about to begin. During the hearings, the judges took immense efforts to understand the safety mechanisms of the VVPAT machine and how it functions. Advocate Prashant Bhushan, representing the Association for Democratic Reforms, argued that the current system of VVPAT verification, where it's only mandatory in 5 randomly selected polling stations per constituency, was insufficient. Further, to enhance voter confidence, he proposed bringing back the paper ballot system. He said that this was being followed widely in European countries. He brought up the specific example of the German voting system. The judges, however, rejected this argument, citing the massive difference in population between India and European countries. They appeared skeptic about the parallels being drawn between India and Germany, noting that individual states in India had more people living in them than the whole of Germany. The judges also appeared confident that the existing machines were able to correct data accurately and store information. Senior advocate Gopal Shankar Narayanan, representing Arun Kumar Agarwal, and other petitioner in the case, emphasized the importance of voter confidence in the electoral process. He said that the petitioners were not alleging any malice or ill intent on the part of the Election Commission. However, he pointed out that by the Commission's own affidavit, they admitted there was scope for human error in the process. Shankar Narayanan insisted that if 100% verification could increase voter confidence, it had to be done. The Election Commission, on its part, rubbished the claims of vote tampering and data discrepancies. They submitted that as a constitutional body in charge of conducting free and fair elections in the country, they had sufficient checks and balances in place. Senior advocate Maninder Singh, representing the Election Commission, also stated that there was not a single account of vote tampering and argued that the petitioners' apprehensions were baseless. During the hearings, the court also spent a significant portion trying to understand the process and technology used in the EVM VVPAT process from start to finish. Senior Deputy Election Commissioner Nitesh Vyas was present in court and patiently answered the bench's questions. He explained that the EVM VVPAT system comprised of 3 units: the ballot unit, the control unit, and the VVPAT. The ballot unit records votes without recognizing parties or symbols. The control unit stores the vote data, and the VVPAT unit, introduced almost a decade ago, verifies the votes. The bench also inquired about how the votes are translated into the printer of the VVPAT. Vyas clarified that a paper roll containing the symbols associated with each button on the EVM was loaded into the flash memory of the VVPAT, and this was printed upon casting the vote. Vyas also informed the bench about other checks and balances that existed to ensure transparency. This included strong rooms for storage, opening and sealing in the presence of candidates before and after polling, and other transparency measures like mock polling and CCTV surveillance. On 26 April, as the second phase of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections began, the bench delivered its decision. The bench unanimously dismissed the pleas seeking 100% VVPAT verification in a 54-page judgment. They also dismissed the plea to bring back paper ballots. The court also emphasized that the Election Commission must be trusted for a smooth functioning of the electoral system. Justice Khanna issued two directions in the case. First, he stated that the symbol loading units of the VVPATs should be sealed and secured and stored for 45 days after the election results are declared. Second, he directed that in the event of a dispute, a group of engineers from the company that manufactured the EVMs must examine whether the burnt memory in the semi-controller was tampered with in 5% of the EVMs in a constituency. This process is triggered when a candidate who has secured the second or third largest share of the votes submits a written request within 7 days after the results are declared. The expenses for this exercise will be borne by the candidate. If their suspicion bears fruit and the manufacturers indeed find evidence of tampering, then this amount will be refunded to them. In the world's largest democracy, every vote counts. Do you think the current system ensures that every vote is cast and counted accurately? Comment below and tell us what you think. Read more about this issue on our case page. If you want to know what went down in court exactly, be sure to check out our comprehensive hearing reports. As always, for more stories from the Supreme Court, subscribe to SEO's channel.